Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Uncanny X-Men issue number 19. Now, I know that I'm doing this very late. You can look at the date below if you're looking at this a year from now, whatever. But basically, this was the last issue of Uncanny X-Men in 2017 that appeared before the X-Men Prime issue number 1 and only. It was basically a one-shot that led into 8 other X-Men series. So this was an issue where Psylocke goes one-on-one in a battle to the death against Magneto. Now, the reason why I'm doing this now so late is because, one, I forgot to do it the day it came out. I had all the comic books. I actually read it back then. I just didn't do the lousy review for it. So I'm rectifying that now, especially considering the fact that some people are asking about why Magneto is undercover right now and what happened to Psylocke. So this is actually kind of crucial here. So getting into this right away-ish is that Magneto had asked Betsy Braddock, that's Psylocke, to join with the team, with his Uncanny X-Men team. She said, yes, but I'm going to keep an eye on you. If you turn bad again, I will kill you. I will end you. Well, now this is immediately after the resolution of the the Inhumans versus X-Men, where the Terrigen Mist was out there and the X-Men went forward under the guidance of Emma Frost, but co-authored in just a slightly junior part by Magneto. And yeah, they were both trying to bring back the Hellfire Club and the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, and they basically turned the X-Men into very, very bad people, and in some regards, killers as well, murderers, flat out. So yeah, they did horrible, terrible things to the Inhumans. The Inhumans were finally able to go back, and just as they were at a juxtapro where we didn't know who was going to win, all of a sudden Medusa of the Inhumans finally gets the information that the Terrigen Cloud is actually killing the mutants. She didn't know, so boom, she decides to herself destroy the Terrigen Cloud, freeing the X-Men from potentially long-term death. Literally, Magneto was laying on the ground going, no, help, oh my god, not this way, like a little baby. So anyway, Psylocke is now angry and she's going after this dude. So one-on-one in the Savage Lands, all right? This is where there was an X-base. So she goes after him and he's ready. He lays a trap. He's trying to blow up this whole building. She throws up a telekinetic shield to defend herself, and voila, she shows up right in front of him and vice versa. They go at it. She's trying to attack him with a metal sword. That's just, you'd figure not a good idea. It's a lot of hit and run. She goes to attack him. He throws up one of his electromagnetic bubbles, his own force field, which is actually more powerful than hers, believe it or not. But, and she knows she's not going to be able to break it, but she reaches out with her mind. He says, what are you thinking about? You're not going to get through my defenses, most specifically the helmet. You can't break through. I mean, even Emma Frost couldn't break through his mind with that helmet on. And she says, but you're not the only mind in this Savage Land. So suddenly a Tyrannosaurus Rex comes out and bites his force field. Now, he pops the bubble in a very violent way, and you see as he's flying away that the Tyrannosaurus Rex's jaw was actually ripped apart, not just dislocated. Like, that poor thing, man. Like, that thing needs to be put out of its misery. In the meantime, so he flies over by a waterfall, and I guess he senses the metal in her sword. She jumps out and attacks. He laughs at her and shatters the sword. As that happens, she turns in a certain way and forms a telekinetic sword. Now, mind you, this is not the same as her psychokinetic sword, which is basically just, the psychic dagger. This is not the same. That's a psychic attack. This is psychically made, but psychically made material. It is telekinetic, pure force in the form of an object, namely a katana. So it will not do psychic damage. It couldn't do psychic damage to him, not while he has that helmet on. Instead, it's just pure force. And she stabs him dead in the chest. And he falls, and he can't believe it, and he starts bleeding profusely through his chest. And she says, that sword cut could kill you, or it will kill you eventually. But, and it'll be slow and painful, and you deserve nothing less. But, and she pulls the helmet off of his head with her telekinetic powers. And he's just like, I didn't expect you to do that. And she says, but I said that I was going to end you. So she forms her butterfly, her psychic butterfly in his head, and actually, severs his brainstem, whatever. She kills him. Magneto dies. He flat out dies. He's dead. goodbye. Yeah, he actually dies. Anyway, so Betsy leaves. She says, I'm also going to end myself. Now, I didn't know what she was going to do. I thought at the time maybe she was going to kill herself. But with the upcoming Jean Grey issue number 4 upcoming as the time of the making of this video, we see that Jean Grey, young Jean Grey, is going to go and seek counseling from Psylocke. So that's a good thing. She didn't actually kill herself. She just banished herself, I guess. So this is good. In the meantime, we didn't know what was going to happen to Psylocke at the time. We thought maybe she was just going to commit like seppuku, ritualistic suicide. Anyway, that's what happens to her. So now Magneto is there laying dead in a shallow river, and suddenly Elixir shows up, and he owed Magneto a favor. Well, that debt is now clear. He heals Magneto fully. He's okay now. And he says, okay, our debt's paid. Go away. Leave me alone. Don't ever talk to me again, basically. So he leaves. And Magneto is like, I can't believe, I can't believe she did it. At the same time, I guess, makes sense that she would. I thought for a moment that she wouldn't. And wow, that's all it took was that moment. So that's when he realized that he has to leave. He has to do something completely different. He has to remain dead. Anyway, guys, for the sake of conversation and mostly in hindsight, yeah, I'm going to give this comic an A-. This was really good. I mean, you're talking about a straight-up battle to the death, and it wasn't like, you'd figure that Magneto's just going to wipe the floor with her, especially with a metal sword, but no. It's actually a really good battle, and it's really smart, and Betsy really did think long in advance how she's going to take down Magneto. And apparently Magneto did the same thing with her. He blew up the entire X facility just to potentially try and take her out. So, yeah, both of them were playing for keeps, legit. And she just won. And it shows the power of Psylocke. So, anyway, guys, that's all I got for this comic. Sorry it's late. All right, guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.